Hi folks. I messed up yesterday. I had ordered a dozen Go-Tip XT Hunter arrow shafts, and as I always do, I spin my arrows on a arrow spinner first, and I'll check out both ends of the shaft and decide which end looks like it might have a little more wobble to it, and I'll take the majority off of that end and maybe an inch or so off of the opposite end. And the reason I do that is because, like for these XT Hunters, their straightness tolerance is set at 0.003. Well, you can actually take a 0.003 straightness tolerance and cut the ends like I just mentioned, and you can just about turn this arrow shaft into a 0.001 straightness tolerance without spending an extra 50 or 60 bucks to purchase a dozen arrows that has a 0.001 straightness tolerance. So anyway, I made all my cuts yesterday, and as soon as I finished making the cuts, it kind of dawned on me that I had ordered 4.5-inch custom wraps to go on these arrows. Well, I began looking at the arrows, and I realized I only have maybe 4.5 inches, right here before you run into the label that's on these Go-Tip arrows. And so, how ugly is that going to be? So I thought, what can I do to fix that? And my first thoughts was to actually turn the arrow over and go ahead and fletch this end and just leave the arrow label on there. But then I thought, no, that's really going to be ugly. So I thought, let me do a little research and figure out the best way to remove these labels. A lot of you guys may know this already, but you can take acetone and take these labels right off. And let me tell you, acetone is not going to hurt these carbon shafts. I did a lot of research, and I found nothing that actually states and proven that acetone hurts these carbon shafts if you're just kind of wiping acetone on there and wiping them off. Even Go-Tip recommends that. So yeah, if you turn around and put up these arrows in a jar of acetone for 8 hours, well then obviously that would be a stupid thing to do, because you're going to break up the resin that holds these carbon fibers together, or whatever holds it together. So what I do is I'll take some painter's tape, and I thought it'd be cool to keep the little gold area here. So I'm going to tape that area up to protect it from the acetone. So let me wrap that up first. Okay, so that's wrapped up. Then I'll take a little scrubby pad. I don't even know what you call this. It was just in the kitchen, so I thought I'd use it. It's a little bit abrasive, but nothing that's going to hurt the carbon shafts. So I'll douse some acetone on this. And then I'll just kind of wrap it around the arrow shaft, and I'll start rubbing the label until I get the majority of it off. And it's already coming off. I mean, it's really not that hard to get these labels to come off. And that joker's already almost gone. And to finish it off, I don't want to finish it with the abrasive padding or scrubby thing. I'll take some Scott towels or something. Well, I'm going to do that next. Actually, what I want to do first, there it is. I'll take a cloth and I'll finish up the stubborn parts. Because I'm already under the label now, except for the stubborn parts, and I don't want that abrasive scrubby pad to do anything, which I don't think it will, but it just makes me feel better to finish it up with a regular cloth. So there you go, nice and clean. And then I'll put a little water on a Scott towel or something. You probably don't even have to do this, it just makes me feel better. And I'll rub the area that I put the acetone on, and just to get off any acetone residue, and dry it off. Then I'll remove my tape, and there you go. Left the go portion of the label on there, and I removed all of the rest of the label. I mean, there's nothing to it. That takes less than a minute. Probably took longer just because I was showing you guys. So once again, y'all probably know how to do this, but for those that don't, That's all there is to it. If you want to take the labels off of your arrow, if you want to try something different, or if you have some really long wraps, you can remove these labels with no problem. So good luck.